Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling Gamescast. Today is September 25th of 2025. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my co-host, Ernest Gonzalez. Ernest, how you doing, bud?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm feeling fucking pretty.
Pretty, beautiful,
How
gorgeous
about you?
cover girl. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We're about
Yeah.
to hit the weekend. Always looking forward to that. I haven't seen my mom in like a few months. So
Mm.
I am very much looking forward to seeing my mother this weekend.
Big fan of Parent out here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love her. And she's like, I have not seen her. You know about the floods that was going down and everything. Like that
Yeah.
heavily impacted
Floods in Texas.
yeah, and deep in the hill country and everything. Like she lost a lot of people, not to get into it. It's a very serious thing, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was a point where like I couldn't go down there because they wouldn't allow people that lived outside of the area to come in. Of course,
And y'all haven't got to kick it since before that?
correct. So it's been a
Got
few
you.
months. It's been a few months. I don't think I've
Oh,
seen
it's
it.
gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
are like I know y'all are kicking it for like the day, but do y'all have like plans? Like
Yeah, so the
you gonna
primary
see a movie?
catalyst of everything is she's going to come down and see the house. Because she hasn't seen the new spot yet.
Right. Yeah.
Um, then we're going to go to lunch somewhere around here. I don't know yet. And then the thing is, she's a big Leo DiCaprio fan, and we're going to go see his new movie.
It's gonna be awesome
What's it
from
called?
what I hear.
Yeah, I've
So
heard nothing but incredible things. I'm looking up the title of it right now. Like one battle after another.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Um, Anytime he puts a movie out, my mom's like, "We're gonna go. It's gonna be us." I'm like, "Okay."
That's awesome though.
Yeah,
That's
ride or
awesome.
die. She's a
Yeah.
ride or die, man. Now that she, and then since Leo won his Oscar so long ago, now her campaign every year is just Bradley's time, Bradley Cooper. And I was like, you haven't even seen his raccoon movie. How are you gonna support him? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on.
Um,
She hasn't seen Guardians,
she
bro.
hasn't seen Guardians. To be fair, she's
That's
seen
what
more
y'all need to
animated
make a
movies
day
than
of.
she needs to do. Oh, for sure. Because I'm very curious, like, which would that last one hit her the way it should? But I remember when she bought Pursuit of Happiness and she made me stop it halfway through because she's like, this isn't happy at all.
It's not.
It's not.
She-
It's not.
right.
It's not.
But
It's a
but
good movie. No,
it's
it's a
to
good
go to
movie.
that movie expecting it to be happy.
Right.
That's a lot.
So this is what
But
she does because obviously Will Smith got some awards buzz. The movie got some awards buzz. And she liked the title and she's like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be a really uplifting movie." And then so that's all the research she did. That's it.
it
And here we
kind
go.
of is like it
You got to get
is.
there though. Yeah, you got to get there.
Yeah,
I know
in the
how it
big
is.
scheme of things, but man, the
It's gonna
road
drag you
there,
through
that's the
it.
saddest thing.
It's gonna
That's the
drag you through it.
saddest.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, when he's holding that restroom door
yeah,
closed and just trying to like, oh,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It's rough. It's rough.
Oh, 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 oh.
Good movie
A
though.
lot.
Definitely a good movie. But what was the last? Oh, the last PTA movie that was out at all. Bradley Cooper was in for a little bit, and he was a complete psycho. Licorice Pizza, and here we are
Oh,
again. Paul Thomas
that's right.
Anderson gonna be going to go see this new. I'm so curious because like I think the movie looks good from the trailer. I don't see like granted again, it's just a trailer. There's nothing from the trailer that screams to me, "Oh, this is going to be just a masterpiece of a film." So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And
Yeah,
PTA, come on
yeah,
now,
yeah.
come on now.
And it just
So
feels like a very different style than a lot of things.
yeah,
I'm glad that we get to talk like games and movies today.
yeah, yeah, a little
Just
bit, and I'll use that to transition to what are our topics of the week. So yes, of course, we do have a screencast. Go check that out of where we did review Takashi Miike's 13 Assassins. Fun conversation, really well, fun movie may not be the right word, but it gets pretty fun towards the end. It's a rad
depends on
movie.
what you're into, you
Right,
know?
right, 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 right.
Yeah.
But definitely go check that out. But what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be going over the Wolverine trailer. We finally got a trailer and a release window for Wolverine. We're going to be talking about that here in the front half of the show. And then we're going to be closing out with what Ernest is bringing to us today. We've just had a lot of Kojima news recently. Um, we did cover it here on the channel, and we're going to be going over our top five directors we'd love to see work with Kojima. And yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun conversation there. And of course, why we would like to see them work together. Because honestly, like anytime he posts a picture, I'm just like, I need to know who this person is he's posting a picture with. Like, dude, like the moments I know who they are, because obviously pretty recently, like he'll be like, that's fucking Timothy Chalamet. Oh my God, that's Robert Pattinson. Like we're all
Yeah.
waiting for where they're gonna pop up. So long ago, there was a picture of him with Hunter Schafer, and then boom, she's gonna be in OD Knock. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, man.
We'll see what that all looks like, but very, very excited. He's the king of collaborations right now. Sorry, Overwatch should have done better with the Persona stuff.
Was real
How do you do the
disappointed in that,
music?
huh?
How do you not do the music? Like, how do you not get the music in there
Yeah.
at all? Because you're right. There's a reason to focus on music with the bebop stuff, and they did it right. It's very cool. You get your kill streak, da-da-da-da, and it's like it's so cool. It's so cool. Like not even an emphasis of that with Persona. The music is so important for that franchise. Like the thing you get instead is like when they're walking around, there's like puddles when they're running around because that's what it looks like when you're running around Mementos and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's neat, but visual stuff is so hard when you're like in the middle of a match.
Yeah,
That
man.
like the
Yeah.
audio
I
stuff is where
very
you
often
really
forget about the skin that I have on
100%
in the middle of a fight,
add
you
into the
know?
fact it's first person. But yeah, it's just like, oh
Yeah.
man, like if you've just even heard a bit of like, dun 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 no, that's Cowboy Bebop, but you just hear it going.
But I feel you though. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, never see it coming, dude. It would like you should already have enough motivation to go for like the being the best. But like that would just I feel like that would just boost it, push you over the edge. Because yeah, Persona specifically Persona 5, it's really rough to not include that music here. Even when you load in on Overwatch, I didn't know this was gonna be an Overwatch Persona review. But literally the day it came out, I hopped on
Get it
Overwatch to
off
go
your
check it
chest, bro.
out. And like they do have a Persona track playing, but it's like nothing you would have picked yourself.
Oh,
Like
oh.
I want to
It's
say
like
it's like the
some
background for like
obscure.
when you're running around town, which is not bad, but it's not the cafe music, I'm a shapeshifter. It's not that.
Oh
It's none
man.
of like the
That song's
straight
so
up like the ones
good.
that get you like never see it coming and all that other stuff. And then that's the only track. And then you walk around and there's puddles left behind you that you're not going to really see when you're running around in actual games. So,
I feel like a lot of people talk about never see it coming and not like more people. Oh, is it called Behind the Mask or something? The
yeah,
Shapeshifter song?
yeah.
Like, oh, dude, it's so good.
That's so good.
It's
But to be
that's top
fair, two
tier
different
video
vibes.
game music.
100%. But two different vibes right there.
Yeah,
And especially in a video
yeah.
game, you want the faster stuff. Well, sorry, in like a game where you're like fighting constantly, doing your objectives, everything. Yeah, you get it. You get it. And these are only two tracks. There's others and stuff like that. I'm just not even touching it. And I understand maybe there's a limit. I don't know. But like we got it in Smash when Joker was added to Smash. They at least gave a sample of it when they announced Joker's going to be in the new Sonic racing game. Granted, that is a full Sega game, so easier
Oh
under
yeah,
the same umbrella collab there. Um, but come on,
forgot about that.
maybe try Buzzard. Maybe try. All right. Um, Mercy looks good though. I will say that. I think also Life Weaver looks good. It's just like
Hmm.
it's not enough. Because also Yusuke's not my guy. Like I'm not like he's cool, and like I like all their stories, but like it's wild because when I didn't think about it till Justin said it, like Futaba, the hacker. Let's put
Yeah, it
her in
makes a
there as
lot of
Sombra,
sense. It
and
makes
they
a lot
don't
of
do
sense.
it. But like it's like
Yeah.
oh God,
Maybe like do they feel like that's too on the nose? It's
I
like it
guess.
should be on the this
And
should be on the
and like
nose.
I totally get the move kit for giving Ryuji to Genji because it's his he uses the crowbar instead of the sword and yada yada yada. But like it lacks a flair to not give it to Junkrat in my mind. I'm like, come on now. Come on now. It's just
Because they have
whatever.
the same hair.
It's also fair. And similar personalities. But yeah, no, it is what it is. It's not necessarily bad. It's just and it's also super interesting that obviously main guy is Joker, is the new hero. I forgot his name. The water healer.
Yeah, but I mean the
It looked
look
no,
makes
it
sense.
makes sense. It does make
Yeah,
sense. It does.
yeah.
It's just interesting. It's a very support heavy like collab. Like it's a bunch of healers. Um,
It's
with
also, I
some
believe,
DPS.
like that would be motivation for people to play the new player as well. You know? Like, oh man, I have this skin for him.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna spend some time on him.
Like along with that, I don't. So you're not wrong, but at the same time, I don't think that's like needed. Because like, what's
Probably
the one
not.
thing that happens anytime you load in and you want to play the new hero? Somebody else picks him.
But like you also like at some point you got to get the new hero skins, you know what I
For
mean?
sure. No, yeah, you're right.
Sometimes
You're right.
Overwatch goes a little bit overboard with it.
You're not wrong. You're not
Like
wrong.
there's certain people that they just give skins over and over and
Kiriko.
over.
Kiriko's the
Like
new
yeah, we do.
Tracer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just yep, 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 yep. Used to
Um
be Tracer.
and at first she needed it, you know what I mean?
For
Cuz
sure.
like it there is kind of a thing about like loading in with a character and everybody just has the base skin or
Yeah.
just a variation of the base skin like the purple or whatever.
That's
And
my least
sometimes
favorite thing about like the free to play stuff. Because it's
yeah.
just like the people who are going to put the money into it, you know what they're putting the money towards.
Mm,
And then just everyone has that skin. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
like it's not enough of a thing to like, it's not a, it's a good business decision to go free to play to match everybody else. But as just a personal perspective, I'm just like, man.
Did you ever buy a skin on Fortnite?
No, I
No?
got close. I got close. I have a lot of the free things they give you that are to tease you to buy skins. Like, because when Superman collab came out, that's around when I hopped on Fortnite this year.
Mhm.
They teased because they also released a Robin skin with him to like further DC, and they give you a free set of Robin wings. And I put that on. I was like,
So,
I don't need to be.
I'm fucking blinged out,
Yeah,
homie.
right, right.
Thinking I'm good.
And yeah, I was the
Yeah.
only one in the lobbies who wasn't like an actual skin, but I was just like, I know, because it was, I forgot what we were doing. It was like an in-between thing. Something else was going to come out. We didn't have a
And you just
multiplayer thing we
hopped
were supposed
on
to.
for a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit. It was literally
Yeah.
like a weekend. And
I
just like,
remember. I remember you were like baffled
I
at
was baffled.
yourself.
Yeah.
Just
I won
like
my first
I
match.
hopped on Fortnite the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And no joke, that was my first victory royale, period. Because I used to play with Justin.
And y'all
Again,
never got a dub?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Maybe we did.
No, that makes sense. Y'all suck.
But regardless, I played solo here, and it was my first solo win.
I don't know, man. That's amazing. I couldn't. Was it build?
Was it? No,
The build mode?
there was no
It was
build.
no build,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
build mode.
And I was like,
Okay,
My
yeah.
first game, I
There's no
accidentally
way I
loaded
could
no
win a
build.
build mode.
Right, right. If they
Like,
fuck up,
yeah, I think I could eventually, like in a day, probably get to the point where I could win a game, but I don't think I could do it in build mode. Like,
I bet you
I'm not
could,
equipped.
because literally, just like any other shooter, like obviously, if you come across somebody who's been playing this forever and like, oh my God, they just built a whole log cabin in front of me, like that's a little different. But for the most
Bro,
part,
I
just like
was
any
bad
other
at
one,
build. I've just always been bad at building in that
yeah.
game. I'm not good at it.
So
Yeah,
like even
like
with
I
that, like
would
I just
lose
don't
in the
build.
single player.
Yeah.
You just don't build in the build
Yeah,
mode.
and you
Yeah.
just shoot down what they build. And granted, not a recipe for success because like, obviously
Boom.
you're shooting
Easy.
something else other than the person, but it's just people fuck up.
But
Remember
you're
that.
giving yourself a chance. I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Regardless, though,
I
I
don't
was
know if
having
I'm
fun
gonna
with
end
it.
up back on it, but they got so much dope stuff, man. They got
They
so much
do.
dope stuff. Like I
The last time
admire
it,
Fortnite from
yeah,
afar, you
for sure,
know?
for sure. Like
Like, yeah.
I don't think it's as much of a meme as it used to be. But like when they added Goku, that's when I was like almost like, oh, bro,
You can
now.
Kamehameha people, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But I did get to Kamehameha somebody in the one I won. And
It
it's
was part of
ridiculous
the dub.
because literally I got it and I don't know how it works. I was like, okay, I'm holding this orb. I didn't know it was the Kamehameha. And I hit the shoot button and what you do is you're very, very loud and it echoes through the whole map. Kame! And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And literally
And
I'm
because you
shooting the
could just
dude.
launch that at people like far as hell, can't you?
Right. There is a limit,
Yeah.
but yes, it goes farther than it should. And then
So
when I
it's
was
probably a good
going,
thing that it like announces itself like that.
right, to be fair.
Yeah.
But at the same time, me as somebody who's just like picked up Iron Man's suit, I don't know what's going on. And once you're shooting it, you can't stop it until it runs out on its own. And luckily, two people jumped in front of me.
Ah, those poor souls.
And
Yeah.
then after that,
That
I backed up and like because people know where I'm at. Two people died over there. There's icons for that. And then they also saw where the beam came from. So people started coming in, but I was in the corner and I was like, oh. And then it came down to me and one other guy, and that had to be a bit of a back and forth. And they did something that I've never seen. Obviously, I'm not a veteran, so they turned into something that I've never seen before. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, and I just happened to win. Yeah, man. I also didn't know we
I
were gonna be talking about Fortnite tonight.
I didn't know we were gonna be talking about Fortnite either.
Oh
But
man. But here
it's
we
the
are.
way the cookie
But
crumbles, man.
let's get into what we're actually here to talk about. Because it's a big deal. It is absolutely a big deal. Wolverine.
And because people have been like talking about waiting for it for like a long time. It's not like
100%. 100%.
Silk Song level or it's like Bloodborne or anything. But they announced it a while
Well, yeah,
back,
it just hasn't been
and
as
people
long
just
as
been
it's been
waiting
for
on
those
it.
other two. But yeah, it's in 2021. It was
Just
announced.
like a lot of weird
2021.
news surrounding it for a little bit. Like,
Right when the leaks happened and then they went completely quiet,
right.
which I
I
think is
remember
good.
seeing
That footage.
a the like footage of the game, but it felt like somebody was like, "This is just Cause 4 with a Wolverine skin on it," and I
Right.
was like, "Is that true?
But
Was
there
it
were
just Cause
actual,
4?"
well, I don't know because I mean I can't speak to it specifically what video you saw, but there was literally gameplay footage that was leaked. There was literal stuff that assets because they had to make a statement on it. Insomniac being they. But here we go. We get an official announcement. We get there's
Mm.
cinematic here. There's some gameplay here. We get some locations here. We see him in the suit. We see a glimpse of Mystique. We see Omega Red. I know that's not like a super exciting villain. I was really hoping it was Sabretooth. I'm sure
No, it's
Sabretooth's
really
going to be in
cool,
here.
and Sabretooth's probably in there anyway.
He's got to be in there. He's got to be in
Yeah.
there. Um, but the thing is, I'm curious. Like, because screw all the bigger creators, man. They shared the footage. They shared the trailer. But you know why I'm trepidatious about it? Because it's just like it's so bloody. It's so graphic. It's so violent. That gets taken down so quick for a lot of people.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Like if I was to
but
include
no,
that
it
clip right here, are they just gonna give us Shadow Band tomorrow?
they kind of like have to have that in there, don't they? Like
Oh
that's
yeah. Well,
kind of the
Insomniac shouldn't
selling
care.
point of this game.
Right. Insomniac shouldn't care
It's like,
because they're promoting their game.
right,
But like the
right.
content, I was just talking about content creators using it. I'm like, man.
No,
You're
I
mean to
feel you.
us. You're
I
mean
feel
to
what you're
us.
saying. But
Uh,
like, yeah, like I mean, and it does feel like it's selling itself on that. Like they show a
100%.
lot of
And it
like the
has to,
kills,
because it has
like
to
the
be different
combo
than
kills.
Spider-Man.
Right, right.
Right.
And like, is it just me or does this seem like it seems very close quarters spaces in a
Yeah.
lot of the places where he's fighting?
Like
It
alleyways, stuff
seems
like
like it
that.
may be a more linear type story.
Oh, maybe. I
I
still think it's going to be open world.
Open world is gonna feel weird, I feel. Just that I want to know what the traversal is going to be like,
Fair. Fair enough.
Like if it is going to be open world.
Right.
Like I
And
feel
yeah,
like
I don't
this would
know.
work very well as like linear gameplay and stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just knowing Insomniac's history and the way that they've set up games before, they usually build them to like keep adding content, not necessarily like whole new levels and stuff, but just like just
Okay.
adding
So
stuff to the big picture that's already there.
so it will not be a fully open world. Instead, it is expected to be a semi-open world experience with a focus on story. So there you go.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
is good.
So not necessarily linear either, but there is going to be a little bit. I
I
still
would
want
hope
to
there's some
know.
openness to it because like you to do like your side stuff and whatnot. My thing,
Mhm,
because I thought this immediately when I was just happy to see these different locations because you see Logan like in Japan, you
mhm.
see him I'm pretty sure in Canada, stuff like that. Like whenever we do get another Spider-Man game, let's leave New York
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that'd
like
be great.
it's done and like it's
Right.
so detailed, but like location wise, in terms of Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, it's like the same thing. As it should be, it's the same
Right.
location.
And they're like,
Obviously,
"No,
Miles
but this
Morales is
one's
different.
Brooklyn." And I'm
Right,
like,
right,
"Yeah,
right.
but it's New York
But
though."
yeah, and you can literally go there in Spider-Man 2 as it's incorporated everything else. And it's like, yeah, I know. Which is incredibly impressive on a like development perspective and whatnot. But
Yeah.
also,
And
you
it's
make
fun there as well. Like
100%.
it's because that's the easiest place to do it because you have the tall buildings and Spider-Man is
Very true.
built for being able to like swing
Yep.
around and stuff like You've seen memes of like, oh, this is Spider-Man in the desert and he has nothing to
Right,
like
right, right.
fucking hold
Yeah,
on
yeah,
to and stuff. Like he's fucking useless out here. It's like worse than Aquaman. So
yeah.
like
He brings the water to him. But yeah, no, it's and not to dog on Spider-Man. I do think that'll be part of like freshening up that experience. Um, because like we in terms of combat and whatnot, we got tools and everything. I do wonder, because obviously Wolverine's gonna be very melee focused. You see that right here as it should be.
right.
I'm very curious, like because I imagine you're gonna get some form of skill tree and ability unlocking as well. Um, I'm wondering what that's gonna look like, and like what are you gonna be
Yeah.
unlocking, and like what variations are there? Because I don't imagine you're gonna be like these aren't adamantium claws. You got to work up to the adamantium claw, like something like that.
Right.
Like that'd be
So it's
silly.
not gonna be equipment, it's gonna have to be like moves, like a
Specific
move
moves,
set
you're right,
or something like that, right?
and
Like
like maybe
unlocking
his
different combos
right, right,
or
right,
like healing acceleration, like where
right,
you heal
and
even
his ability to
faster or
like
something like
hunt, like
that.
his like he's able to smell scents, hear sounds, like very animalistic in that way. So make increasing those as well.
Right.
Um, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm very curious about the narrative because at the moment, because I was very excited when I saw Mystique.
Mhm.
Because now, because obviously we know her mainly as someone who sided with Magneto and the Brotherhood, who was against the X-Men, against the humans. Like, I would assume now we should expect to see some X-Men. Would you not assume the
Right.
same?
I think some of them might be like scattered
Well, yeah,
around,
yeah.
you know? Like they definitely have to be like a part of it. My I wasn't even thinking on the ally part of it, so I'm kind
Uh,
of like glad that you bring it up because I
okay.
was really focused on like who are the villains going to be.
Hmm.
And I know we see Omega Red,
And
we
I don't think
see,
Omega
like you
Red or
said,
Mystique
Mystique.
are going to be the main villain, in all honesty.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. And I would
Yeah.
love if that was like a reveal in game, but I doubt
It's
we
not going
make
to
it that
happen.
far.
That's going to be like
There's
the
gonna be
third
like a
trailer
story
right before
trailer,
it
and
comes
it's
out.
gonna
Yeah,
give
yeah,
some
yeah.
shit away.
Yeah.
But man, to for it to be a surprise like in game, that would be
It'd be
amazing.
amazing. It'd be
But
amazing. It's like my
there's no
dream
way
thing
they
is
will.
like for them to announce who's going to play Bruce Wayne and Batman is the after credit scene of the next Superman movie. Um uh Clark runs into him like in the after credit scene. Oh, I'm so sorry. You dropped this and like it's his wallet and it's like Bruce Wayne says it right there and then you get the close up and everyone in the theater. That's not going to happen. It's impossible today. It's impossible today.
It's not gonna happen.
It's
It's
not
not
going to
gonna happen.
happen. It's not going to happen.
They but at the end of it, we also see Sentinel,
Yeah.
which
Which
like
again,
kind of
more that's 100% mutant extermination is what that thing
yeah,
exists for. So,
I think it's gonna lend itself to maybe Magneto. Maybe it's the part where Magneto takes over the Sentinels and stuff like that. Like
oh, maybe
I
that's the other thing. Because you bring that up, like same thing happened with Spider-Man. Because when we took when we it's that Spider-Man one, he didn't just get his powers. He's been Spider-Man for a little bit. You can do the same thing with Wolverine. Like he's had his
Mhm.
life or he's done some things, and we're gonna see how that all goes. Um, but it just depends. Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious because like that's a good way to already have an established thing with different X-Men. If we do it that way, I would really like a Charles because Charles and Wolverine are
Right.
some of my favorite stuff right there. Um, also Scott. I know asking for Cyclops is a lot, but it's just like because they have
Why
such
is it
like
asking for a lot?
well, because like I don't think we live in a world where the first Wolverine game is going to give us both Scott and Charles.
That's I I feel like why not?
So and so that you're not wrong in asking that, but my thing is like they're not. I don't think you're going to get every X-Men in here. When you say
Okay. Yeah.
scattered, I think you're absolutely right. It is going to be scattered, but I don't mean just in terms of like location. I do think I mean in games as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the other thing to look at here, and something I'm really hoping they do right, is I know everyone loves Wolverine. I do too. He's one of my favorite in Marvel, period. His life sucks. His life is terrible. He is a sad, sad man because he has known loss on such a grand scale. And some of his saddest stuff, he's lost some X-Men, if not all of them. And that's another thing they can do. Granted, if you make that decision, you got to be ready to like, oh, well, they're not going to be here for that other game. So we'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but
No, some of them need to die. Scott and Charles
right, and if they die
die
after the
in
fact,
the
that's
first
one thing.
chapter.
But I think it would be a really big thing to be like, you're a monster. To like, oh, like you hear about Charles Xavier, we killed him off. And like to be fair, like you can do that, and that's really strong. You have a really strong narrative thread. That would be good for Wolverine. And assuming we do get an X-Men game at some point, I do think, my mind, X-Men game, you don't just play as one character. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you can hop around between a few of them, but your leader would be probably Scott, Cyclops, leading the X-Men if Xavier's out of the scene. And that's pretty much what the newer X-Men show kind of set up for it because Xavier's out of the picture. They're having to deal with that. And then Scott's like, I have to lead? What do you mean? Which is hilarious because everyone's like, bro, we know. You're like his Nightwing. It's just you're the guy. You're the one who literally says, to me, my X-Men. Like, it's a whole thing. Um, but and that's getting into a whole nother thing of like what comes from this. Because
Yeah,
Wolverine can't exist in this form without an X-Men of some sort. You know what I mean? Especially because you're doubling down on that by showing a Mystique. That's mutants. You're showing two
right.
prominent mutants right there, and I'm very excited to see what this is going to mean. But what do you? I've rambled on for a bit. What are your thoughts on any of this? What do you got?
And I think by the time we get there, like we're mid-30s right now, both of us.
Oh
I think
no!
we're
Oh no!
I think we're I think we're in our 40s by the time that we
That's fair.
get what you're talking about, you
That's
know?
fair. That's fair.
But if we get like that level of storytelling and that like fabric behind having like an X-Men game,
Mhm.
I'm all for it. Like I'm my 40-year-old me is hype as hell for
Right.
that.
I don't
For
see no
sure.
sign of
Yeah.
stopping this. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So but no, I mean, yeah, I hadn't thought too much about where it's going to go just because
uh,
we've been waiting so long to get to this point.
right.
It was like, and it was something that would always just get pushed to the back of my head because I was just accepting like we're just never gonna hear about this thing, you know.
I understand.
But no, it would because it's been four
It's been about four
years,
years. It's been 3 or 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I mean, but that's what happens when you know you put up a logo of something or
Right.
like you just get like that little teaser
Yeah.
like as you're starting production like it's gonna have people waiting for like a long time. Do you think that's like a bad strat, like
So
promoting a game like that? Like should you not wait until a closer date to like have it circling and stuff, or do you want people to wait on it like this?
So as a fan, I would like the announcement to be made closer to when things are going to come out. Because
Mm,
in the eyes of in our eyes, because we're not going to see behind those closed doors, you announce it last year, it comes out this year. Like you don't even think beyond that. And I understand, but like here's the thing about those announcements, and it's something that like I don't know enough about business or anything about that. Because sometimes these announcements get made early for investors
right, 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 right.
and like for all that good stuff and like that stuff is important too because like you need that.
Right.
I'm not gonna go further into that because again it's just a world I don't know. But that's why we know of the existence and we haven't talked about it in a very long time, but like there's gonna be a what's the last run in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game,
Oh, right,
the
the
style of
Michelangelo
God of
game. Yeah,
War,
yeah, yeah,
coming down the pipeline. Like you get that kind of stuff because of investor calls. And it's just
yeah.
you want to make yourself seem appealing and whatnot.
Dang, I
Like
forgot about that.
right. Right, right,
Forgot
right.
about
And
that.
like I'm not chomping at the bit for that, especially this year. We're drowning. We're drowning in games. Uh, but like there has to be an in between, I do feel. Because nobody like it's gonna sound crazy because it seems like you've known GTA 6 was gonna happen for so long, but honestly, it was announced last year. Or was it like year before last? I think it was last year when we got the first trailer for GTA 6.
Yeah, but the memes had started even before that because
Well, that's the thing.
everybody knew at some point like
GTA is a
GTA
special
6 was
thing
coming.
because it's a you. you can only release five so many times. Granted, that went beyond anyone's scope. Uh,
Right. And
Skyrim
that's the
levels.
thing. Because they kept releasing five, and then
Yeah.
people started being like, "Dude, we know you're working. Just drop six already. Like, what are you doing?"
And then when
And
they were
then,
about to, it got leaked because people
right,
suck. Um,
dude.
by
Oh
a day.
man. See, and then
By a
people
day.
complain because like the showcases don't have this big thing, but
Right.
everybody knows
Yeah.
about the big thing before anybody gets a chance to even talk
100%.
about it.
100%. And
Like,
that's the other thing, a thing we're never going to know. Because here's the thing. What do we like about demos? It gives us a chance to try things out. The reason for the developer to put out the demo, get feedback before the actual game
mhm,
comes out. We don't know because they got feedback about their unfinished game from those leaks. There's a good chance some things got reworked from that.
yeah,
Like even
yeah,
if it
yeah,
was like a ridiculous like situation, you should still listen. Because obviously don't listen to the people that are just like, oh my God, his claws aren't the right length. Like, but when you get the people, like there's going to be legit feedback there, regardless, and player feedback, whether you were ready for it or not, you should hear it out. You should check it out and see what's going on.
yeah.
Because
An
whether
old
it's some,
mentor
hmm?
an old mentor told me like you take all the like glazing feedback, like where they're just like, oh, this is the best thing ever,
Yeah,
like this was perfect, and you take out all the super negative feedback, like, oh, this is the most trash shit I've ever seen.
right,
Take out all of that, you get the feedback in the middle, and that's the stuff that can like help you grow, like the
right,
constructive
100%,
things, you know.
100%.
So like with all of the bullshit, we see a lot of the negative,
A lot, especially when
and
those
you'll
leaks came out.
see and then
It's
you'll
terrible.
see like the white knights or whatever coming through and like, no, this is a good thing and stuff.
Right, because like you can look
And
at
then
something
you
and be
get
like, I see
people
the idea here and stuff like
that
that.
are like, you know, really taking it apart and giving that actual feedback and stuff. Like, you know, if it is just cause 4, like just make your game not just cause 4. You're gonna be
Fair,
fine.
fair
Because people
enough.
were not a fan of
Very true.
that.
Very true.
So like,
Um,
yeah, no matter what, you can take positives from this and can definitely help you grow.
but
Like,
yeah,
but it still sucks. It sucks that
it
people,
does. But like at the
yeah.
same time, if it did lead to some things being changed, which they're never going to, and they shouldn't, we shouldn't hear about a positive from that situation. But if it led to something, that's great.
Like
That's what we can hope
to
for.
not encourage it happening
Right. It's
again.
already happening
Okay,
enough
yeah, I
without
got you.
encouragement. But the so my thing, and honestly, I'm really glad the conversation's gone further than I thought here. And that's my favorite thing about these topics of the week, man. Sometimes it just goes into a different
Bitch,
thing.
you can't shut us up.
It's
You
great.
know,
It's
we're just
great.
gonna talk about a thing,
But my
talk about
negative,
nothing.
my first thing I thought when we were going through this is you see like three different kinds of enemies, and they're just dudes that are clearly going to be different factions around a
They're
city.
just
And I
different.
was just
Yeah.
like, oh God, like it's just like, God damn it. What is gonna happen when you put it over to hard mode? There's gonna be two more guys, Chris, and they have guns. I'm like, okay. Oh
Um,
God. But we'll see. We'll see, man. I hope it's not gonna be exactly like it was. But yeah, we'll find out. Because it's just like it's not fair to fully judge it here. Because literally, when you do see the combat and everything, this is clearly like a pre-rendered build, as most first showings usually are. But it just really screamed to me the thing that I do give them crap for. And to be fair, same thing with like the Arkham games. Granted, those are older. But like there's so many factions, and I'm just fighting the
it's
same
just a
factions. It's like
it's such a constant within this genre
mm,
though. Like you have superhero games and it's just like we're going to throw factions at them.
right.
But I think I mean, it has to be kind of a symptom of the comics themselves, though, because that is a lot of what
Like
happens
henchmen. Yeah.
in comic. Yeah, yeah. It's like this guy, this main villain, and all of he's gonna send all of his henchmen at you, and all
Right.
of them kind of like dress alike, and they have the same accent, and they like have the same sort of weapons. You know, these are fire based people or whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
these guys are fight very defensively and have shields, and you have to get a special skill for that.
But the thing
And
about
like
comics, it
that's
doesn't take
kind of
you
like
30 hours to get through
how
a
it is.
comic. 30 hours
Right,
with that, you got to do something to
right.
spice that up, man. And I understand different factions are going to do that. But I do think because it's not really. I feel like is a really big step in the right direction with the way they handled boss fights in Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
I'm not saying, and I know as a Souls fan, it's going to sound like I'm going there. It doesn't have to be the Souls level. It doesn't even have to be like hard necessarily, but there's ways like a game we didn't like. Um, what's the Remedy game? Uh,
FBC
FBC
Firebreak.
Firebreak. FBC Firebreak. There is a boss fight that me and
Oh
Ernest
yeah,
had to literally figure out the mechanics for
the
and work
stickies.
together. Yeah, and work together to get everything working to where we could hurt this thing. It was not the most positive experience, but I did come away from that boss fight being like, I had to think. And it's
Yeah,
very common in today's landscape. You'll come away from a boss fight that I'm just like, I just mind numbed it. I just didn't do anything. And that not only did I have to think, I thought with another person, we made it work. Obviously, co-op, it's a little bit different there, but
right,
that's just an example of like just spice it up a little. I don't have a specific example because it should not be the here's the thing. It should not be the same answer for every encounter. And that's my
right.
big issue with, oh no, you beat this wave of bad guys. Here's another car. Make some of those short, dude. If you make some of those short, that's going to be enough of a thing that I'm like, okay,
Another car
cool.
pulls up full of
Yeah.
bad
And it
guys, and you're
always
just like,
is. And
oh,
it's like, oh, one of these guys is bigger and it's going to take two extra hits to knock him down. I'm like, oh my God. Because it just gets
two
repetitive.
extra hits, bro. Yeah,
It just gets repetitive and you feel those extra hits. But like,
yeah,
when you look at the Venom boss fight, and I'm only going to Spider-Man here because this is Insomniac.
yeah.
But when you look at the Venom boss fight, it is quite a bit different than the Lizard boss fight. Um,
Mhm.
obviously, I would say I think I like the Venom one a bit more because I was expecting a little more from the Lizard one, but still, they were different, and that's cool. But things need to be implemented in a way because, like, those are two big, prominent boss fights. I can't name another one to you. I don't remember Craven.
Um, Scream.
Oh, fair. That's really good because that's a whole conversation you're listening to as that's happening.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, hell
yeah.
yeah.
It's like narrative as hell,
Right, right,
and
right.
it's
As
great.
some laundry's
Oh
being aired
man,
out there.
and because like a
It,
lot of like Mary Jane's feelings come out in that thing,
100%,
so like,
100%.
yeah,
Um,
it's a lot.
but also like then there's three. Um, they're like to be fair, we have two here. I think there is so much you can do with Mystique. Because her literal ability. Like, if Logan's lost anyone, I know, low-hanging fruit, but he's the tragic guy. Read
Yeah,
Old Man Logan. It is just a reflection on everything he's lost, and that's why I love it.
because it's so
Um,
sad.
it's so sad. But when you like Mystique can like change into somebody he's lost or hurt him, like that's a big thing in
Mm,
Full Metal Alchemist. Whether you watch the whole
beautiful.
show or not, you know who Hughes is, you know about the scene, you know what happened. But like that's just an idea there. Another idea is obviously you can go the fun route with it. She can be a cameo machine. She can 100% be like, oh, you're wanting like
Yeah,
Scott or somebody in here. You think you're working with Scott. It's not actually Scott. That was Mystique the whole time. You're an idiot. No, no.
she does do that to
She
people
does
though, just
100%
to make people
because
look real
she
foolish.
does not have a
Yeah,
physical prowess of her own necessarily. Like, I'm not saying she's weak. She's very
yeah.
smart, though, in how she uses her abilities. And usually, how she gets things done is literally outsmarting people. And then when you see her, like, win fights and whatnot, obviously, she can copy, like, strong dudes or whatever, but she usually does have a gun. So she's covered on most fronts there. Omega Red is just going to whip you. And that's the end of that. So, like, we need.
But I mean, he's cool, you
He's
know.
cool.
I've always like loved his look, you know. Like, I like the metal face with the
Because
blonde, like,
that's who Mickey Rourke was
top
in Iron Man 2,
ponytail.
right?
What was that him?
I'm pretty
That
sure.
actually
I
makes
don't think they
sense.
call him that, but I'm pretty sure that's who he's
But
supposed to be.
but he has the whips
And
pretty
then like
much.
the red
So,
energy and whatnot.
man,
Um,
I just never put it together that that was
I
supposed to
will
be Omega
say
Red.
at the time that Iron Man 2 came out, I don't think I knew who Omega Red was yet. Big DC kid.
I might have not known as
But
well. There's a
he's
chance.
also not
Yeah.
a I wouldn't call, and maybe I'm wrong, Marvel fans, let us know. Because again, grew up as a DC kid. I don't think he's a prominent. character. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
he ain't no Magneto. Like Mystique, yes, you get introduced to her as like a henchman, but like, bro, other stuff happens. Like, bro, we wouldn't have
I'm not
Nightcrawler.
confident enough to say that he's not,
I'm
just because
saying
I
I'm
don't
pretty
want to get
sure.
torn apart
I'm just
later.
saying I'm pretty
But
sure. But
there's a good chance that you're correct as well.
and regardless
So
whether you're regularly prominent or about to be prominent, it can change. So there you go.
yeah,
Um,
the comic
but
folks will come for you though.
But I absolutely, but like I was saying earlier, I absolutely believe there's no way that either one of these are going to be the main villain. Maybe
Yeah,
we do get a twist where like, oh, Mystique was running things behind the scenes because that's totally her. Could be a thing.
right.
Um, I don't think it's going to be Magneto though, because I think that's going to be too busted. Because do you know, and it happened in the show most recently, and it's a big thing in the comics. You do not pair up Wolverine with Magneto.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I like yeah.
Like you
He's
see it
stupid.
happen. Like it's like, okay, we're putting teams together. And this is where I was like, Scott, I don't know if you're picking the right teams for everybody. Okay. Logan, you're gonna go with them and you're gonna go fight Magnet. I was like, Scott, Scott, stop. Let's not call him Eric. Call him by his actual like hero name. What's his name? What's his name? Magnet. Yeah. Yeah. What's he made of? Metal. Oh, no, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime Logan's like, I'm gonna go fight him, it's like, no, don't fucking
But
do
he
it,
should,
man.
because
Don't
that's
do
just
it.
who he is as a person. It's dumb, but it's like Mugen.
Yeah.
It's 100% like Mugen. Like I'm just gonna go kill things. He's a bloodthirsty maniac.
Mugen knows when to back off.
I
Okay.
don't think we've been
But
watching the same anime. A lot of bad things happen because he doesn't know when to back off. He's a hothead.
okay, I'm just saying I've seen him back off before.
Okay.
Like I've seen him strategically retreat and then go train until like he's ready and stuff. But
Oh,
I
that
don't
was
know how you
one.
train. I don't know how to train past like not having metal in your body anymore.
Right.
That's
No,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
his whole
yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah. Like it's
So
it's
yeah,
100%
Magneto's gonna
ridiculous.
whoop him every time.
100%.
Absolutely.
But
But
you
man, yeah,
got
maybe
sometimes you got
we
to do
should.
what you
I
got to
mean,
do.
it could make for a pretty cool like mechanics, probably like boss wise.
Huh.
If you come across a Magneto boss fight in this,
Uh-huh.
like not letting him throw you, I feel would be like a challenge for that. But no, no, yeah, I'm interested to see who it's going to be though.
Right.
I
Because even though I do
imagine
expect
as we get
Sabretooth,
closer,
I don't think he's going to be the main guy either.
I would say like I think probably by December we end up getting like either a story trailer or a gameplay trailer or something like that. A more
Because you know what
extensive
December
look.
is? Game Awards.
Hmm.
There you
Yeah.
go. Maybe so.
And I think at this point like people are going to be asking them to make some sort of appearance cuz by next week they're going to be like we haven't heard anything else about Wolverine.
100%.
So
100%.
like
Everything's a flash in the pan
but
in
I
everyone's
think
mind.
around, Game Awards time it would be a good time to like okay, let's bring it up again. Let's give them something else to look at
Yeah,
and reveal a little bit more. So,
that's fair. And
yeah.
obviously, although people are going to be asking for it, if it doesn't show up at Game Awards, it's not coming out till fall of 2026, which is huge. I
Right.
honestly didn't think we would get
We
the
got
release
time.
window here.
Well,
So
we could totally like pick it up in the summer,
yeah,
even like the
100%.
spring,
Summer Game
the
Fest
summer,
right
and
there.
like get that train rolling. Like if it's
Yeah.
coming out in the fall, that's plenty of time. We're
We
just
technically
coming
have
up on
over.
fall
I was
season
like, yeah,
now.
we're like we have like a year. So
Right, right.
it's like cycle
So
has begun. Let's just let it roll. But regardless, I am I fair in assuming it's a day one for you? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Same
yeah.
here.
I
Same
think
here.
we have to. Pretty sure we have to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially since like
Um,
the other three have been day ones. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. So,
yeah. But
and
man,
the other three are just so good. Like,
they are.
let's not forget that the Spider-Man games are awesome.
They're
They're
great.
so fun.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fantastic. Um,
So, I have expectations going into this
you
already.
should because like that's the
Like,
thing about having like an established the word's not company developer.
yeah,
Like they literally whether it be something like Ratchet and Clank or this run they've been going on with Marvel and Spider-Man. We've got some things to look forward to here. Hold on.
right.
Got it. Cats
And like
making
I
a mess.
really I enjoyed Spider-Man, but like I really enjoyed Miles Morales.
Yeah,
And
and I think part of that is because it is smaller, and that decreases how
yeah,
much how things can get repetitive.
and it
Um,
was just I mean both of those have just like really just heartfelt
they
stories
do.
and stuff like that. Like, oh
And
man,
like
yeah, I
things
cried.
can
I
carry
cried.
over because that pigeon,
Remember
I
that.
forgot his name right now, but the pigeon
Oh, the
guy,
pigeon
you
dude.
would not
Yes,
know, you would
dude.
not be nearly as connected to him in two if you did not play Miles Morales, because that's where he's introduced.
Right. Right, right.
And did you know?
Oh
And
man.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about
What?
this when we did the review, but like you can do that mission as Peter with the
You
pigeons.
cannot.
You can
Oh, really?
in two, yeah, because you can switch between
Oh,
them.
and then he like passes him a message, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
he's
I'm
like,
like,
"Hey, your homie wanted me to tell you
yeah,
that blah
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah."
And
Uh,
I'm like, I'm really glad that like that didn't happen for me.
yeah,
Because
man,
it's
same.
Miles, dude. It's Miles.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean, but also cool to leave it open like that. But still, it
yeah,
is just
yeah,
what it is. But yeah, Wolverine. We're looking forward to it. My other thing, last thing before we switch off of Wolverine here, because you're talking about
yeah.
like how long it would take for us to go from Wolverine to getting like the X-Men game to branching this out. Here's the big thing, and it's going to be a hard pill to swallow for some Insomniac fans and maybe for PlayStation in general. We should have more than one studio working on this universe.
Yes,
Branch that shit out. I don't
absolutely.
assume the new Blade game is going to be tied to this, since it's going to be attached to Arcane. But you know what would be really cool? After credit scene of the Blade game, we see our PlayStation Peter. We're already working, getting Xbox and PlayStation stuff together all the time already. That'd be so neat. It'd be so neat, to just because like that's just like an extra step ahead instead of having a whole different Marvel universe. Because regardless of what you're doing, you're gonna make a Marvel game. Everyone, they're gonna enjoy it, right? They're gonna play it as long as it's good. They're gonna have a good time. There's gonna be a point where, and blame the MCU, they're gonna be asking for cameos, and they're gonna be asking for what's in that shared world, and
Hmm.
just make these part of it. Because literally, you can literally use Arcane, not the one. It's just come on, guys. I know the last game that the studio that made that's gone. Let's everyone breathe. But Arcane's making this Blade game. Very excited for it. It's now the Marvel game that I'm really needing to see stuff for. Because all we got was that
Hmm.
cool trailer like last year, the year before. Um, but I think it would be a really smart decision for everyone involved to include that in this universe, if you know what I mean. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool.
And I think that's kind of like what they're doing over on the DC side. Well, I
Literally, I was just
mean, they
thinking.
also kind of like they left that loophole for saying that like, oh, there's the I forget what it's called, Other World, Odd World,
Elseworld. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
What is it?
yeah. Elseworld.
Elseworld. Thank you. Like, oh, we're gonna have Elseworld stuff, and that's like its own thing.
Yeah.
But then we have like a whole universe. It's all going to be a part of the same thing, and that's going to include like comics and video games and different things like this that are going to be connected to that universe.
Yeah.
And adopting something of the same manner, I think, would be a good idea. You
Yeah,
know,
100%.
just for the
Because
Marvel side.
literally, like,
Yeah.
you don't have to go as far as, oh my God, Stylo, freaking cat. You don't have to go as far as like, oh, the voice actor of this character in this game needs to be the character in the live action.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
it's cool if you can do that connective tissue, but it's not 100% necessary. Let's get this started first. I understand we have three like Marvel Spider-Man games. We do not have a Marvel universe yet, so let's
Right.
just let that play out. One second. I threw a book at my cat. He's fine.
But yeah,
Um,
man, like spreading this out to like different studios would be
it's the way to
amazing.
go.
You know,
It's the way to go.
like even having a whole different studio do an X-Men game would be
Would be
okay
perfect.
for me. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Insomniac.
Right.
Yeah,
100%. And like that the other cool thing about doing that is it'll help increase the chances of these games being very different and like give you variety, which is something I'm asking
yeah.
for literally under the umbrella of just Insomniac. But further that scope out a bit, I know. And then we'll
Are they all
see.
just going crazy right now?
Well, right now, because I talked to Stylo and he's like, oh, he wants to give attention right now. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's just we'll see where it goes. Obviously, we still know next to nothing, but we will
Right.
know more from now going into fall of next year. So we'll see.
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's fun to speculate, you know?
It is because literally
So,
there's so much, and also I know I already said one last thing, but I'm gonna say this: if you have Magneto in this, I think you have to set up some form of X-Men.
mhm.
I'm just
Okay.
saying because like
No,
we
that
already
makes
know who
sense.
the big bad is for X-Men, other than humankind.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
that's a little on the nose right now. You know what I mean?
uh, this is
But
when we need the X-Men the most, bro.
right, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But Ernest, you want to talk to some directors in Kojima this week?
Right, right. So we got the trailer for OD for the knock portion specifically, which
Yep.
Kojima has gone on to say that it is his portion of the game. This is his sphere that he is personifying within this stretch of gameplay. And that Jordan Peele has his, who is being collaborated with on this project, has his own section, and that's going to be like a different stretch of gameplay, supposedly.
Yeah.
So this seems to be working out a little bit like an anthology
Mhm.
more than
Seems
anything
like it.
else, like a horror anthology, which is just super awesome, you
Hmm.
know? So it just got me thinking that like the possibilities for collaborations, because very often we see Kojima taking, like you said, taking a picture with, Elle Fanning, and then
Elle
you're like, oh,
Fanning,
like where is
Robert
she gonna come out?
Pattinson,
And then
Timothy
you see
Chalamet.
her in
Yeah.
the trailer for the next Death Stranding and stuff like that, right?
Yep. Yep.
But we know that he has like a very like deep appreciation for the arts, and he loves creators as well.
Hmm.
Um, and like we've seen the work that he's done with Del Toro in the past, or at least a demo of it. Like we wish we had the whole thing, but what we saw, like PT, is so dope. It's so amazing, and
Hmm.
even playing through that demo is like awesome.
It's badass.
We know that Jordan Peele is being collaborated with, so it just got us thinking, who else, like what other directors would we love to see work with Kojima?
Yeah.
So we came up with a top 5 list, not necessarily in any order. It's a little hard to go through. Once I came up with the concept, I gave it to Chris, and he was like, everyone,
I know, and
dude.
that was
Like,
so
I
unhelpful. Yeah,
mean,
no, it's
I want to see him
like
work with everybody. I mean, but you're right, though. You're right, because just the things I believe he could make with each person, like he knows how to get it into that format that we love, that like interactive movie video game type situation that we get with the Kojima game.
yeah.
Like, sure, it gets a lot of flack for a lot of like cinematics and stuff like this, and maybe some slow paced gameplay,
Mhm.
but like it always just makes for such a good time, man. It's a time that I usually appreciate very much, going
For sure.
through a Metal
For
Gear
sure.
game or a Death Stranding game, or I'm sure what is going to be OD, because this experience looks nuts. Like even just Sophia Lillis like lighting those candles and
Yeah,
having that thing come up behind her, like, oh my god, it's so intense.
it does.
So yeah, just looking forward to like him working with more people, and just seeing like, okay, who do we want to see in that studio with him?
Hmm.
So
And the other fun thing about this is, granted, we're sticking to directors that are alive, but the we don't know with how many people come in and out of that office. Um, we what if, because we're kind of casting a net here. At some point, we might be like, oh, he did work with this person. It just hadn't been released yet. Like it's gonna be, oh, like remember that? Hey, remember this episode? We talked about this, you know? It's more likely gonna happen with actors, but still, he has director friends. He scans them into his game, like Nicholas Winding
yeah.
Refn as Heartman, George. Oh my God, George something, who directed Babe and Mad Max. Uh, and obviously
George.
Guillermo del Toro's the one. Because I wanted to say George Lucas, that's not right. And I just cannot remember his last name at the moment. I'll look it up here in a minute. But we did five. Like you said, I feel like we can ping pong this, play some tennis back and forth with each other.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the way to go.
Then give
And
me
then
your
if we have any alike, I'm gonna
right.
be interested to see if we have any
Right.
similarities here. But just a heads up, like a few of my picks are more than one person, kind of.
Okay.
I'll
Can
start
I?
it off.
Wait, hold on.
Or did you
Is
want
the
to
first
start
one
off?
no, is the first one you're gonna
The
say
first
one
one
of
I'm
the?
going to give will be it's two people,
Can I
but
guess who it is?
yeah,
So I'll say this. Are they Australian?
yeah.
You can say it. I know who it is. The Philippines.
Okay. Yeah, the Philippines, man. Yeah, Danny and Michael Philippou. Which one was recently in an Extreme
I don't know.
Rules
I sent you the thing.
match, like
I don't
a dynamite?
know.
I think it was Danny,
Yeah.
but I don't want to say
Well, both
definitely.
of
But
them
one
are
of
in
these
Death
dudes.
Stranding. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, right. And
Dude,
we're talking about the directors of Bring Her Back most recently, also of Talk to
talk to
Me.
me.
And I walked out of both of those movies, like walked out of that theater and looked at Chris and said, Australians got horror figured out, man.
Yeah.
Like they got a whole thing. Like they have made me just trust all of Australia with horror. Like I'm
Mm.
so ready to just give it to them, you know? So but yeah, Talk to Me is a phenomenal horror movie, and Bring Her Back is just so different. Like I
Yeah.
love the way that their minds work, and like they definitely do work on what feels like extreme levels from time to time, because
Yeah.
even like the slow paced, like not pop up scary thing that's, you know, happening in their scenes, like are still so tense and everything. Like the environments, the ideas that I feel like they would come up with working with Kojima would be just nuts, man. The places that they could go, you know, if they were to get a segment here
Yeah.
or something, you know, I just feel like it would be something, like it would be a whole experience for
100%.
sure.
I do not have them listed because I forgot about them.
Mm.
Even though we just talked about that wrestling match not too long ago. But no, that's a great pick. I think that's awesome. They've already been in house, obviously, and I think you're absolutely right. I would love for them to be included in this anthology, or again, just a future project in general,
Yeah,
because it's awesome.
yeah. And
It,
again, doesn't even have to be horror, man. Like
no,
I really feel like just them getting in the lab and working together would be amazing.
it makes some impressive things. So I will
Yeah.
say none of mine are like duos, because I just didn't work out that way. I will say I
Yeah.
had a whole list, and then I went to go lay down for a nap, and it took me a while to like actually fall asleep because I was like I thought of three other people that I'd rather have on my list. So so the first one I have here, um, and in terms of like I because a big thing that was talked about during the Beyond the Strand event, which is where this was all inspired by. Kojima did talk about like his age and the time when games will no longer be coming from him and when he can't do it anymore. Sad. I don't want to think about it either. Let's move past that. But there's another person. Okay, I just made it more depressing. Who's also up there in years, who I think has a lot more to give us, and I would love to see a collaboration between Hideo Kojima and Hayao Miyazaki. I think that would be an incredible work. Of course, in my mind, some form of animation. You can do it. We have Cuphead. We can do something cooler than that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
hell, Hollow Knight Silk Song is a prime example of like animation with that. But storytelling alone, I think what they could give us, whether it was to be something that centered in on horror or just like some really unique storytelling that has like a real heart of creativity to it. I think you get these two together, assuming they're able to get along, because I hear Hayo is a pretty grumpy man. He has the right. He has the
Yeah.
right. A lot of his movies are like bright and bubbly. But yeah, I would love to see them together.
I would imagine them in the same space though would be good vibes, you know.
I would hope
I
so.
feel like
That's my
he
thought. My feeling.
I don't know, something in my heart just tells me like he wouldn't be so grumpy towards Hideo, you know.
But then the moment
Like
Kojima's like, "Hey, now there's a whale," and he's like, oh, "I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that." Um,
yeah, yeah, that's the Kojima test, bro. Like fucking
you're
and then there's a
crying,
whale
and there's a
and
baby,
there's a baby
and then
crying.
there's a whale.
Why is the baby crying? No,
No,
no, the baby's
the
crying, okay?
strands, the strands, a whale. We love him. We're not making fun of him. He's
Dude,
great.
yeah, no, we're making fun with him
Right,
for sure. So,
100%.
but yeah, man, yeah, and like just the thought of, because it would have to be something animated, right?
I
Like
feel like,
you,
but with
like
it being
him
like technically
animating
games are
Kojima's
already
idea.
animated. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, that would be it would be beautiful. It'd
Right.
be strange for sure. And so this is my other pair. Um and I feel like they would just make something truly beautiful and strange as well.
Uh-huh.
So the Daniels.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quan and is it Shiner? Shiner?
I think
Is that how
so.
you say it?
I don't know. Yeah,
Um,
just say the Daniels.
but those guys, the Daniels though, they're
Everything,
both named
everywhere, all at
Daniel.
once. Yeah, yeah,
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Swiss Army Man is just fantastically different.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird. And I feel like the way that these guys' minds work, because yeah, if you've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, like there's a whole fight scene with a butt plug.
Yep.
Like and it's an amazing fight scene. Like it's crazy,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So like I just feel like the insane things that these guys think of combined with Kojima's insane things that he thinks of. Because if you played Death Stranding recently or two,
Uh-huh.
like man, it gets so weird.
It
It's
does.
such a weird
It very
thing.
much
It's
does.
such a weird thing.
George Miller.
And
I didn't look it up, but I
I
now
want to
remember his name
see
was
I want
George
to
Miller.
see
So
their weirds,
yeah,
fuck and see the baby that
like
comes
the
from it.
Avatar tethering of weirdness.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Yes. You get me. You get me, man.
But yeah, George Miller is the person I was thinking of before. Uh,
Ah,
but
gotcha.
my next one is a person we talked about yesterday. So Takashi Miike
Yeah,
is a
dude, I
very
thought of it.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
put it down.
I mainly
Yeah.
know him from Each of the Killer. He's also very well known for Audition, and of course, if you follow us, 13 Assassins is on the mind. Um, I would love to see what would happen if Kojima was to sit down with this man and like what would they bring? What would they make? I don't think it would be something in the vein of 13 Assassins, because honestly, that's like the only thing in Mike's filmography that is like that. Um, but there's a lot there that could like this guy as a man, he's like in his 60s now. I don't know how old he was when he did it, but like out of nowhere, he just made a live action JoJo's movie. It's just like, and I have no idea if he knows what it is. I have no clue. But yeah, no, it's awesome. It's so cool. But again, Audition, Ichi the Killer. He has a number of other films. He is a very very impressive director, but a very like there's pulp to what he has to offer to you. There's like there's grit to it, and I do think you mix that with Kojima's Kojima isms, and I think you have a recipe for some good stuff right there. You know.
No, yeah, I agree. I agree. I imagine it would be like a fairly bloody affair,
There
you
you
know?
go. Yeah, 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 I can see. I see
Like
where
I
that's what
feel
you're
like it would
thinking.
be something to behold and something probably like awesomely grotesque,
Right.
you know?
Probably. Because
So
dude, Mika knows his gore, man. Mika does know his gore.
another horror one for me, and I would imagine it would be a horror thing. Like this
Uh-huh.
guy's gone a little bit away from horror recently, or maybe like it's a different kind of horror,
Can I guess?
I guess.
Is it a white man?
Uh,
Is it a white man with glasses?
yeah.
Did he release a movie called Eddington this year?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on.
Ari Aster, man,
Ari
Ari
Aster,
Aster, and I
Ari
still
Aster.
need to watch Eddington. Shame on me for not watching that movie yet. But yeah, no, Bo is Afraid is like the movie that I've seen of his that is like the most different.
Yeah.
From his first two, like Hereditary and Midsummer are very much in like the same vein. Like
Mhm.
one's very dark and one very bright. Aside from that, they like mess. It's horror that like messes with your brain,
Right.
like it leaves you with something to think about maybe.
It does.
And I really appreciate those first two works. The third one, Bo is Afraid, I need to give a rewatch at some point.
Yeah.
But carving out that time, man, it's a you got to dedicate yourself to that.
From first
Um,
viewing, it was not our favorites for sure.
but it is still like I feel like it would mesh well the thought process that went
Yeah,
into
him
like
working with
creating
Kojima.
that thing and the style behind it and everything. It's
Right, right,
all
right.
like and just like cinematically, it's all very well shot and weird and
Hmm.
stuff. Like I appreciate it.
I like you. You're
And
weird.
that
Go work with this other weird guy.
right,
Yeah,
yes, no, that's
yeah,
exactly my thought process behind this.
yeah.
Like, oh dude, like put your weird dock your weird into his weird
Mhm.
and let it happen. Just let it happen. So, yeah, no, Ari Aster, but specifically seeing him work on the horror side of things would be awesome for me. That
Okay.
would be so cool
Because
because
also we would be
when he
like,
does
please bring
like
Aster back into horror.
yeah, yeah, if it's like some possession horror or some cult type stuff, like I've seen him work in
Right,
those
right, right.
fields before, and it would be great to see it back, but in an interactive type
Yeah.
situation because he's just so good at like building the suspense at like like dropping the hammer when it's time to like reveal the thing.
Or literally dropping the
So
hammer in Midsummer. Yeah.
and like holding I imagine a PS5 control in my hand
Right.
just along for this ride, headphones on would be like a ride, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I figured Aster would be on your list. No hate. I do think it makes sense. I would love for him to kind of rein himself back into because Bo is afraid, and then you can already tell just from what Eddington is they're horror, but
Right.
a different kind. The
Yeah.
kind that you have to be
More
like, I know,
social.
right, 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 right.
Yeah.
Whereas the others are like a more standard. Well, it's weird to in when you compare them to the rest of his works. Yes, they're more normal horror. So
Right.
it
Right.
just is what it
Like
is.
here's a scary story,
Right,
you know.
100% with a
So
scary
and that's
setting and
very
all
what
this
we're
stuff.
used to in it.
Right, right.
And then like with his last two films, it's more like
There's a social element to it.
here you should be afraid of what we're living in right now. It's all
Right,
messed
that's
up.
Eddington, and then Bo is Afraid is a lot of like his personal stuff,
Mhm.
as well as just being an artist and like having to kind of come to terms with what you've created and the things you've done. Um, and yeah, like that is a lot. Again, I've not seen Eddington, so not hating on that. But Bo is Afraid, not a fan, not a fan. Of course, sure, I can say I could want to watch it again, but I probably won't. Life is short, so it is what it is. But I will probably watch
No, you
Eddington at
can't
some.
argue that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will probably watch Eddington at some point, but I would rather that come to streaming. So, my next one up here, my number three. Again, they're not actually actually ranked or anything, but my next one here is Hideaki Anno, the creator of Evangelion. Most recently, they just put it back in theaters. He also directed Shin Godzilla, which if you look at obviously Godzilla Minus One has a horror aspect to it, but in terms of Godzilla design, Shin Godzilla is a horror monster. It's terrifying.
Mm.
Um, and just the creator of because there's 100% horror involved in Evangelion and that story and the way everything is implemented. I would love to get these two in a room, and I'm fairly certain he's been to the studio. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um, but again, a collaboration between the two. And honestly, give me an Evangelion game.
I mean, I feel like Kojima would be like, yeah, like let me make it. Let's make it first.
So what
We'll put that
chances are
before
it would be
physics.
something that you would fall in the line of oh, this is the spiritual successor to Evangelion. It's just not Evangelion
Right,
in name,
right.
which is
Yeah.
also fine, which is also completely fine. But regardless, again, two geniuses right here that I think if you put them together, there is it's the thing of when you meet them or you see them on TV, they seem like these normal, nice dudes. But then you watch some of the things they've created, and Hideaki Anno seems like a very pleasant person, but then he also is the one who wrote that hospital scene for Shinji, and it's just okay. And
Yeah.
not even just
Yeah.
that end of Evangelion, how that all goes trippy as hell. And then of course the rebuild reboot franchise, which I absolutely loved. I love original and the rebuild. There's a lot to love in both of those, and I still need to see Shin
Reboot?
Godzilla. It's called the rebuild. It is a reboot, but it's the rebuild.
Oh, no, I was thinking of the show
No, he
reboot.
didn't do that. No, no, cut
Okay.
that out. God no. Um,
It was so bad.
yeah,
It was so bad.
I
I
liked it
was
as a
so
kid.
into it as a kid
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. That was like our
Oh
Tron.
man.
Um,
Reboot. They were green. They were
they
green.
were green.
They were green.
But no, Hideaki Anno. I just want more from him, honestly, because we're
Yeah.
officially he says we're officially done with Evangelion, which I mean, lay it to bed, man. We have two completely different endings in both the original and this here. Sure, lay that to rest. Um, and then he directed Shin Godzilla. He is also a big part of Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, and
Mm.
I would just love to see them together and get him in games, man.
No, yeah, you want somebody's mind to break for
Yeah,
sure.
I want my mind to
I'm now
break.
noticing I have six, so I'm thinking of who I'm moving to like honorable mentions. One of them is getting moved
Oh,
to honorable
okay.
mentions
It doesn't
because
really matter. Yeah,
while we're
yeah.
not ranking them,
Then just read them in
there is my
order.
top five. They're
Okay.
still my top five. I'm
Okay.
sticking to it. One of
Okay.
them is moving to honorable mentions.
Okay.
All right. So one that I'll keep for sure. Let's go Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And this doesn't necessarily have to be horror, although we've seen him do horror recently
Mhm.
and I loved what he did with it in Sinners. Like
Yeah.
Sinners definitely feels like a different flavor of horror, just like the pacing of it, the way it was shot and everything,
Right.
and just like the like I don't know, it felt like a different way to do vampires, even though it obeyed a lot of rules that
I did.
vampires usually follow. Like it just felt different, and I loved it.
Here's my hot
Um,
take. The reason
well,
Sinners is so good with doing things we've already seen with vampires is because of Twilight.
oh, we needed like a refresher
Because
after.
Twilight changed the scene for the worst.
Yeah, yeah,
Because we
yeah,
got obviously a whole franchise from Twilight, and then we got spoofs. And then we got all this other like romantic stuff. And dude, if you love it, I'm not actually hating. We had a whole Twilight
right, right.
with
No,
our
yeah,
friends, no actual hate. Um, but then because bear in mind, it's not just Ryan Coogler. Same year, not oh no, year before, sorry. Nosferatu. The
yeah, man.
classic, the most classic of classic vampires. And we have a hard reset with these two. And hell yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
like getting back to the classics felt good
It
for
felt
people,
refreshing. It's
is
like when
what you're saying.
Converse
Yeah,
became cool again. Because they were
yeah.
when they were cool, I wasn't born yet. Or at least I wasn't old enough to be wearing those. And then when I got to the age of being like when I was a teenager and stuff like that, they looped back around. It was cool to wear them again and everything. It's like, all
Mhm.
right, man, I'm wearing my Chucks.
I will always appreciate a good pair of Chucks
Hell,
for
man,
sure.
it's good shit.
Chucks should be dirty.
Mm,
Keep that in mind. Kids, your Chucks should not
should
be
be.
clean. Just
Don't
saying.
go buying new shoes. But yes, yes.
Or like if you buy new shoes, go get them dirty.
There
You
you go.
know,
And
like
that's how you do it. You just go do that like on
they
your
should
own.
be dirty. Everybody's shoes should be dirty. It makes no sense to have clean ass shoes. Um, so,
Two hot takes for you for
but
the
it
price of
did.
none.
Yeah, man.
But
Keep your
go,
shoes dirty,
but
motherfuckers.
Ryan
The
Coogler.
anyway, Ryan Coogler. No, but it did feel like a very different experience
For
vampire
sure.
wise, and probably because of that refresh. And
Yeah.
I also felt a refresh when I saw what he did with Black Panther. Black Panther at the time that it came out felt a little bit separated. Then, like, while it was in the same universe as these other Marvel movies, it definitely had felt like it had a different type of momentum to it. So like it stood out within that genre as well.
Mhm.
Um, I've been a fan of Fruitvale Station since I saw it on DVD. I can't tell
Yeah.
you when, but like, man, I remember seeing it and just like it putting me deep in thought, like just of
Yeah.
everything, because it's really a slow burn. And then the thing happens at the end that you know that's what's going to happen if you know this true story.
Mhm.
And it's still fucking heartbreaking. Like he's
Yeah.
just so good. He's so good. And I love that he made a great boxing movie. I love Creed. Creed's awesome. But he's just so good. Oh, Judas and the Black Messiah as well is just an amazing movie. So anyway, he's really
Yeah.
good. Pairing that talent and the way he's able to put a different spin on things, and, you know, put that in Kojima's hands and let them collaborate and just make something, you know, maybe it's in the genre that you're used to, that you've seen before, stuff like that. But I feel like it's going to end up being different in some sort of way, in some sort of spectacular way.
For sure. I will
Yeah.
say he did not direct Judas and the Black Messiah, but that is a great movie.
What did he do with it?
He didn't even write on it. I don't know what he did. I just pulled it up on IMDb.
Fuck, is he in it?
I don't know. I don't remember him
Okay,
being in
well,
it. He could have been. I
I
saw
it
it
came
that
up on
year.
his Google. I just saw that I had it on here
It's
as
just
well.
like
Yeah,
it's all
so
good. It is a great movie though. Just saying. But
that's a great
regardless,
movie.
but that is especially with our little segue there, because I didn't plan that. It goes right into my number two because my number two is Robert Eggers. Um, because
Oh,
literally, whether it be Nosferatu, clearly, and I understand not to point out the one you haven't seen yet, you should totally watch it. Lighthouse, the Lighthouse.
right.
It is when you talk about getting somebody who's weird and like, hey man, I want you to go sit with this other weird kid at the table and draw something. Like that's and but like it's meaningful weird stuff. It would be so interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think Robert Eggers is interested in making anything in the current time, at least as we've seen. So it would probably be something historically weird. But that's cool, man. It can be like some type
Yeah.
of alternative history. We can get like a horror Metal Gear Solid from Civil War times. I don't know. It'd be really cool. But Eggers is just an astounding creative mind. And obviously, we primarily know him for horror, but then you get something like The Northman, which, like, there's like, you still see some of those horror vibes in there, but like, it's just an epic. Especially
Yeah,
when you see two
Defoe
naked dudes
just
fighting on
fucking
top of a
getting it
mountain.
and
Oh,
like
dude, yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
But I just would love whatever route they went, whether it be horror, whether it be something more in the epic kind of space. I think you get those two together. I think you're gonna get like gonna get some juices flowing for something really, really interesting here.
Yeah, man. I 100% agree with you, and that's who I'm going to move to my honorable mentions because
Okay, I
he's one
helped
of
you
the
figure it
people
out.
that I had
Okay, there you
listed.
go. There you go.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the one that we've had in common so far. So
There
I
we
knew
go.
there was gonna be one. I knew there was
Yeah.
gonna be one, but yeah, yeah, especially what I saw with Nosferatu just turned me on so much. It's
Nothing
the
like
hottest
Kermit
movie
legs,
ever.
man. Nothing like Kermit legs.
And the Northman too, just fucking rock hard the entire time. Oh man, I'm really looking forward. We're getting Werewolf next year.
Yeah,
Next year, he's coming with
supposedly
that.
next year. Yeah.
So so yeah, yeah. I really feel like he takes it to different places, and again, like just like you said, compare like pairing that with Kojima, it would be awesome
You
for
could get
sure.
something really interesting there, man. Hell yeah. But
So
what's your
that
number
means
one here,
my
man?
fifth one
Uh-huh.
is by process of elimination here, since we got to give him some love there together. So David Fincher.
Okay. A good pick. Good
Yeah,
pick.
man. I'm just thinking of like the twist at the end of Seven, like
Yeah.
the twist at the end of Fight Club, like just how mind fucked you feel at the end of those things, you know,
Yeah.
like and again, like pairing that with the talents of the man Kojima
Hmm.
would be nuts, man. Like, oh, there's so he's very good at like twisting my mind in knots. Like,
Yep.
you know, Gone Girl had me messed up for like a
Hmm.
while, bro. Like,
Alien
what?
3,
What? How
crazy.
is
Yeah.
yeah. So but there's just so much there. Like when it comes to storytelling, like he really finds a way to just make this twisted tale,
For
and
sure.
seeing that combined with the Kojima talents,
It would be
give it to
incredible.
me. That would be
And
awesome.
I'm gonna add an extra layer to that because I had a whole thing to go with that because he's on my honorable mentions. David
Ah,
Lynch is in my list of favorite directors of all time, and like, yeah, those twists very great from his early career. But all across the board, something he's known for is how technical and how precise he is. Because literally, and it's that's why like working with him is not for everyone. Because literally, you're gonna be doing 30 takes of just like, dude, how many times do I got to get out of
right,
the car? And it's just like it's just the guy stepping out of the car, and it's just like, did I step out right? Can I stop? No, we got to do it again. Cut it back. This is take 100. It's like, oh, dude, because he wants it perfect, and
right,
and you got to believe that's got to be a bit of a thing because his first movie, Alien 3, was very much impacted by studio interference, so he has not let that
right.
happen again. But when you get somebody with
With an
that
iron fist.
right.
He
When you
has
get
not
somebody
let
with
it
that
happen
much of an
again.
eye of detail and like that much
Mhm.
focus on like the precision of how everything works, I think Kojima's right there with him. And I think,
Mhm.
granted, it might be a hellscape for working with both of them, but us as consumers who are going to buy whatever they put out is probably going to be
Right.
badass. It's It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, no, yeah,
And then the extra layer I
for
want to
sure.
add to it, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross should be on the soundtrack for that video game.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd
Like
be sick.
every one of Fincher's movies has that gray, overcast sky. And yeah, I just want to hear that
That's
Trent
Death
Reznor, baby.
Stranding.
Yeah,
That's Death Stranding.
100%.
The whole of Death
But
Stranding
we'll put it
has
in a
the
city so it's
Fincher
not Death Stranding and we're not
like
copying that. But yeah,
filter over it,
right.
you know?
Right. But
So,
100%. No, yeah, you're absolutely right. And Fincher, mwah, fantastic.
and
Fortissimo.
the killer was good.
The color was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But my number one here, the first person I wrote down, who honestly I now realize everyone else got added after I laid down for my nap. 'Cause there was a whole
That
different
was a
list here.
super productive map, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
Yeah.
and I do not know if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. I'm just going to do my best here. But I will also name the movie she's directed. Jane Schoenburn, Schoenburn, the director and writer of I Saw the TV Glow. She also did We're All Going to the World's Fair, which I did watch last year. She does a type of horror that really it's not okay. It's not all right, man. And it's gonna hit you on some of the levels. Obviously, there's a huge emphasis on the trans storytelling and the trans experience there, but there is also just a level of like existentialism that just really hits me. And at the same time, she's really good at just implementing some really weird imagery mixed with a form of nostalgia and bringing that to the screen. And I think you mix that with somebody else who has a very fond like love for nostalgia for him and film and stuff like that. I think you're going to get a recipe for something beautiful and maybe
Yeah.
too messed up for the world. But I'm willing to. It's good. Like picture me as the meme that like when Oppenheimer realized what he created. Like, oh no. I think we've destroyed the world. Oh no, no, no. I do think this would be incredible. I don't because she both of her films are indie films. So she's a bit on the smaller side. Um, that doesn't have anything to do with talent here. I'm just talking about in the scope of like what she's worked with in terms of technology and whatnot. So I do think Kojima would be a huge step up, but in terms of
Like
creativity.
production
Right,
level
right,
wise.
right. The
Right.
camera, the tech,
Yeah.
everything there, and what she has at her disposal. But in terms of creativity, in terms of passion, I think she's right there matching Kojima, and I think they would get us something really special.
Dude, yeah, that's a great pick. I love it. Super good. All right.
No,
Honorable
I'm
mentions,
not letting you
man.
go first.
So
Absolutely not, in case you have this person there. So my first honorable mention.
I was gonna say the one that we had in common.
Okay,
We have Del Toro in common for sure.
okay.
Because right? Do you have didn't you say you had him there?
I have Guillermo del Toro. Is that who you? I'm just kidding. Yes, yes, yes. I have Guillermo del
Yeah,
Toro. I have
yeah.
Guillermo
No,
del Toro.
Benicio.
You have him too? I'm
You
just kidding. No,
mean
no, no. But obviously, because they have worked together, and then Konami, and since
they were
then,
like on the cusp of working together. They
right.
worked together a little bit.
But
Like,
then,
yeah.
but that's the thing. If you play PT, that's not just Kojima. That is also Guillermo del Toro. They
Right.
do have something they
Right.
to work on, and that is why I'm like, I'm not selling my PS4. I they did like because I have a Del Toro video game in my hands, and I love
Hell yeah.
letting people experience that or in going through it myself every now and again. You got to space it
Yeah.
out so it doesn't
Stream.
get too
We did it
repetitive.
on stream one
Hell
time.
yeah. Um,
Is that on this channel?
is that on this? No, because that was
No?
on Twitch. We didn't have YouTube yet, and
Yeah.
Twitch deletes things after a while.
And it's gone. It's gone
We can
forever.
redo it though. You know what?
We
And
can,
it's gonna be new. It's gonna be new to some people. So there you go. It's not like we hit 1,000 people that day. Why did I start with what's actually a low number for streams? Anyway, regardless. Oh.
a
This is big
thousand
for us,
people.
though. It's big for us.
Nah, I would
Um,
love 1,000 people to see something that I do.
a hundred
And that
percent.
happens. That happens
So
sometimes. Sometimes.
it happens more on YouTube because we definitely get
Yeah.
like because when you did your the last one you made up, I think it was the one about sports, 1.3. You got 1.3
Right.
people looking at
Right.
that
Right.
and whatnot. But regardless, going off of that, go like and do all that stuff with our content, please. Um,
Yeah. Do it now.
my
No, wait.
number
Wait
one,
until the end of this and then go do it.
please. So my number one, and literally the actual first person, but you had to add the thing of like, but they're alive. It's like,
Uh,
okay. David Lynch. If David
Yeah.
Lynch was still alive and we got him working with Kojima, because Kojima made the nicest post when we lost this legendary man. Um, there are huge influences in PT from David Lynch works, and literally you can see some other things in other works of his. But Kojima really had a profound love for what he brought us, and obviously another huge franchise that we know has a lot of love for David Lynch would be like Alan Wake and stuff like that. But David Lynch, the it's so easy to just call him a weird director. And I'm not gonna say like I was a big fan of his from like day one or whatever. I have not finished Twin Peaks. I didn't start it until after he passed. I've seen Eraserhead. I saw that like right before the pandemic, stuff like that. But like this guy, whether I love or there's some things of his I do not like. I'm not gonna put that out there for y'all to hate me on. But it's just like he is very honest to himself and he's gonna do things his way. Like
Hmm.
like when the pandemic hit, what did he do? Every day he would post on his, I don't know if it was YouTube or something else, but he would post on some social channel just the weather. And it's like, it's looking like a sunny day today. And I was like, dude, just to make people happy. And like he would like I love some of his best quotes are just like, today I had two cookies and a Coke, and I gotta tell you, I'm feeling good. It's just like he's so cool, such a very interesting personality. And then you watch his stuff and you're like, dude, are you okay? Are you all right? And my favorite thing, because he is always asked, hey, what did this mean in the movie? What was this supposed to mean in this movie? He says, no, I'm not going to tell you. It's up to you to put that through, because he has his own way of seeing things and he gets to have that. And at the same thing, what you see is what you get out of it. And whether like I said, there's some things I've watched that I'm just like, this is batshit crazy. Um, you respect it though, because you're just like, this guy is honest to the T. And if you get that guy with Hideo Kojima, first of all, the fact that Kojima's already a fan, I think you're going to have something awesome there. But at the same time, I think once they get past the whole like, oh, I'm a fan, I respect you. I don't know who you are. I don't play
Yeah.
video games. Um, it's I think once you get that melding there, whatever you get, if you were to tell me, first of all, without even Kojima attached, that there's a David Lynch game, I'm there day
Yeah.
one. But if
Right, right.
if you tell me Kojima and Lynch together, bro, losing my freaking mind, knowing that there's a chance it could be like again, not for me. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. You can go out of the rest. I do have other ones, but I
That's
just in case
it.
you had
That's
it as well.
crazy that that was an honorable mention for you, considering how passionate you got in this
But
moment.
you said they had to be alive.
Oh, true. That's right. That's why they weren't
So
alive.
again,
Okay.
RIP. He did die
I
this
forgot
year,
about
but
that
yeah,
part.
yeah. And
Right.
because
Right.
literally, I
Right.
had him
Okay.
because I wrote him down, and then I was like, "But there's others," and that's when I answered you. Yeah, everybody, and yeah, that's just where it went. But yeah, no, David
Got you.
Lynch.
Got you.
It's just I
Yeah.
think that would be incredible.
No, I just wanted to mention the one that we have in common
That's fair. That's
in
fair.
Guillermo because they have worked together before, and if they were to work together again, that would be amazing. That would be my favorite thing. That would be my
What I
favorite
would
thing because
love,
Guillermo del Toro is like my favorite director.
100%.
Like,
You get that.
yeah, and it's like Kojima at least has to be like up towards the top of my favorite developers. He's definitely like one of my favorite people to just follow through whatever
Right.
the fuck he's doing.
Like
You
he's
know.
in terms of developers, you see his face a lot.
Right, right. And because he is just so like social with it and
Right.
everything, like and it's always good vibes with that guy.
It's
Like
very
I just
different. He uses
and
social media very differently than Randy Pitchford.
right, yes, very
He's
differently.
not out here telling you that you're wrong about his game. Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that can be said about Del Toro as well. Like they
For
just
sure.
mesh together so well.
For sure.
Like I feel like their minds on that level. And then they're just you know that they're really good friends.
They're buddies. Ah,
They posted a picture of with both of them in kimonos the other day,
yep.
just for no
And I was just
reason,
like, dude, they're
right?
just
Like
best
they're both just
buds,
wearing
man.
kimonos together. That's
Kojima
awesome.
showed up at like one of the Frankenstein premieres, and I think that's what led to the kimono shot. But literally, because Kojima asked his assistant to film him, and Del Toro's like signing autographs, and then he's just beams when he sees Kojima, and they give each other a hug. I was like, oh man, I want what you have.
Like, oh, Bitch, that's how you feel when you see me.
No, not friendship. I want Del Toro.
Oh, no, me too.
He
Me
just seems
too.
like a
You're
very
right.
huggable
No,
man.
fuck friendship.
I'll get
Oh
that
man.
enough in Silent Hill F. You know what I mean? But
But
yeah, no. What else you
I
got there?
have one of mine, David Cronenberg.
Oh,
Um,
genius pick. I didn't think about it.
I I feel like the body horror there
Yeah,
is just going to be so over
yeah,
the
yeah,
top
yeah.
and so insane. Like,
But it would be like,
yeah,
what would
when
it
it
be like?
comes
OD plastics?
and
It's
like
just
because
using
I feel like
microplastics.
that's what the microplastics, dude. Um, the Crimes of the Future is insane. That stuff is
That I
crazy.
and I want to say this is true. It's the one, at least the first one I can think of. I want to say that was you and me, our first movie, just you and me.
We yeah, because nobody else was
Nobody else
interested,
wanted to
and we were
see.
like, "We got
We
this."
got
Yeah,
this, and that's when I learned that
yeah,
like I
man.
can invite Ernest to movies that like Justin's not down for.
No, yeah, I'm down for the weird stuff. I'm down for like the swings for the fence,
Right?
like this might be weird. Let's do, like you sent me that track anime the other day.
Yeah. I just like the
Never
animation.
heard of it.
I haven't either.
Never fucking heard of it.
But there's a lot of
And
cool
he was like,
animated
"I'm
projects
asking
coming
you
to
if you want to
theater.
see this
Right,
movie." I was
right, right,
like, "I'm
right.
not interested,
And I'm like, bro,
but
do
I
I
don't
see
know
this
what
without
this
you? Or are
is."
you coming with me?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
like, "I'm going. All
yeah.
right,
And
let's
because
do
there's
it."
not a
You
hot
know.
girl in sight, I know Justin's not gonna want to go. All the respect.
um, Sam Raimi.
Oh, that's a good pick. I thought about that.
Uh,
I did think about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Just I mean, Evil Dead just all together. He's
Right.
also done things outside of horror, like Spider
Spider-Man.
Man
It's like,
being the
it's
main
like that's the
thing.
main thing. Yeah, yeah.
Right, right. But we also got that Doctor Strange pretty recently now, and
But he
I
brought some of
feel
that
like
horror in there. But yeah.
venturing into like having that horror background and then
Mm.
venturing into like superhero type stuff could lend itself very well to creating a video game that has like an action based
That's
protagonist,
fair.
you know?
That's fair.
So, so like, yeah, that with the motivation of Kojima
Hell
is
yeah.
work great.
I think that's great.
Um, I put Junji Ito on here, but I think he's going to be included in OD. I
But
really think
so
that's
if
going
it's
to
not
be
out
fun.
yet, then it's completely fine. Because yeah, that would be a great collaboration. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I like him just having a small segment or something, or
Yeah.
having some sort of influence on this just in general would be yeah. But like with him, like his name and his style and a
Mhm.
whole costume dedicated to him in that last game I met, I just feel like it's gonna be a
I
thing,
feel
you
like it
know.
could be a thing. Absolutely.
I'm just gonna go through all mine here,
Yeah,
and
go for
then
it.
if you
Yeah,
have any
you're good.
more,
You're good.
okay. Luca, help me say the last name. Guadagnino.
Guadagnino? I have to look at the spelling, but I know who you're talking about.
Damn it. I'm so sorry, Luca. But yeah, he makes bomb movies. He makes really cool movies, man. Bones and All is really what made me think of putting him on this list.
That's a good
Again,
pick.
more leaning towards the horror side.
Yeah,
Like most recently we got Challengers, right? Which is just
very
such a
different.
venture from that. Like so very
But also
different.
Trent Reznor and
So
Atticus Ross.
right, yes,
Screw
yes,
you.
that's another
No,
avenue. Let's
nominating
get
that for
him in there, dude.
Oscars, you bastards. The soundtrack.
and
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
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 just
yeah,
seeing like because I imagine it'd be something in between or something that we're not even thinking of right now
right.
if you got those
A
types
horror
of minds
tennis
together.
game where they screw each other.
And yeah, I mean,
The delay, I love it. Yeah.
people love that. I
People
loved it.
down for it, man.
I did. Yeah, it was weird. I liked it.
Yeah.
Um, and then I put Sofia Coppola on here.
That's not a bad pick.
Um,
She's an incredible
yeah,
director.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love the style of Lost in Translation so much. I
Yeah.
love that movie. It's probably my favorite Bill Murray thing, and he's funny in it, but it's not like that comedy that you're used to from
You're
him.
not thinking of Space
And
Jam. You need to watch Space Jam again.
I'm retiring undefeated. I love Bill Murray in that movie. He's in there for just a little bit, but
Yeah.
he plays like the last 10 seconds. He's like, I'm retiring undefeated. It's the best. It's the best. But I love Lost in Translation so
100%. I
much.
get you.
And then reaching back a little bit, that the Virgin Suicides
Yeah.
was hers.
Yeah. No,
I
that was
I
Ryan
just remember
Coogler.
that
You're getting them
story
mixed up.
being
I'm just
so
kidding.
fucked.
Yeah.
I remember that story being so fucked, and like, yeah, it would just be cool to see what like they create. You know,
And it's more
I
recent.
didn't put it on here.
But
Oh, go ahead.
no, go.
I'm
What were you
sorry.
gonna say? Well,
I was
so I
gonna
was gonna say
say
something on Sofia
Lorgos.
Coppola.
Oh yeah, go ahead,
Okay,
ladies first.
I was just gonna say more recently because this was like during the pandemic. She put out a movie called On the Rocks with Bill Murray
Mm.
playing Rashida Jones's father, and it's also really good. That's all I was gonna say.
And Yorgos Lanthimos
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm
would
actually
be
ashamed I
cool.
didn't think about
The
that. Yeah,
the style there would just have to be the visuals that you would get with that would
yeah. Right.
be
I
amazing.
think
I
that'd be
promise
incredible.
you.
I also just really like
Like, yeah.
saying Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, it's a fun name to say. It just rolls off the tongue.
And only because it's become a recent like a inclusion of his because every director has their posse. I would love Jesse Plemons to be in that. So
Yeah.
put that there.
Shit, put Emma Stone in it. Fuck it.
No, 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 not pretty enough. So moving on. I have Mike Flanagan here. He is another director that's scanned into Death Stranding too, but it's a horror director, Doctor Sleep. He's also going to be doing the Dark Tower movie of Stephen King's. He most recently did Life of Chuck. I think that's what it's called, another Stephen King film. And we just know him to love horror, mainly TV for sure. But dude knows his stuff, and I think you put him and Kojima together. And again, they've already met, so come on now. The other two, actually three, I have here. I do think I think it's a weird matchup because like she's not so weird a director, but I think the love of storytelling could be really beautiful here. Let's get Greta Gerwig and Hideo Kojima together.
Dude, I thought of her
Yeah.
and then I was like, nah.
No, no, no,
Like,
no, no,
but
no, no, no. You're not seeing the big picture
they
because
could
there
do
needs
but
to be a video game accompanying her release of Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe. So,
oh yeah, she's doing that,
it's her
huh?
next film. Yep.
That's crazy.
For Netflix too.
That's I forgot about that. Wait, do you know that your light is off?
I do. I've known for a bit. Now I'm trying
Okay,
to
just
like,
making
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. No, I know. And now I'm
As
just
long
like the
as you know.
face, but I feel like I've committed to the bit too long. That I'm just like,
Yeah.
goodbye, and then it's gonna disappear.
You're a literal floating head,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah,
So
100%.
it's cool.
But the only last two I have are, and they're no longer with us, which is why they're also included here in the honorable mentions. Satoshi Kon, who did Paprika, Tokyo Godfathers, Perfect Blue. I think that would be incredible. It is already
Yeah.
known that Kojima likes like almost all of those films and those works. And then the other one, who you're gonna know as the other, like the lesser known director of Ghibli is Isao Takahata. You would know him for the director Grave of the Fireflies. He also, I think the last one he worked on was Tales of Princess Kaguya. He does the sad stuff.
Yeah.
He does the sad stuff that just the other guy won't work on. I'm just kidding, but
Which
no.
one did Return of the Cat?
I want to say that's our boy. I want to say that's Hayo.
Okay.
I can find out though.
I love that movie. It's so weird.
Return of the Cat. Is that the actual name?
Yeah.
It's
The
just
English
called.
name, you know?
Okay. Well, I'll have to find that out later because it's not coming up immediately, and I am running out of light here.
Okay. Yeah, you are. You
Oh
are.
man, I could just get up and turn on a light, but I'm just like, we're at the end here anyway. Um,
Yeah. We talked about this yesterday when playing games, like horror games, do you turn off the light? And he was
right.
like, sometimes I sit down and the light's still on, and I'm like, fuck it.
So, and I thought about this today because bear in mind, I said I started Silent Hill F before I took a nap at like 4:30 or whatever. The other thing with that is there's no way, well, no matter what horror game it's going to be, I'm not going to wait till nighttime every time. Like if I have time during the day, I'm going to play it. So
Oh yeah, I have blackout curtains, so I just
I
turn
do
off
not
the
at the
light.
moment, and yeah, I need to get
Yeah.
those. So that
That
is not
being
a thing for me at
said,
the moment.
I need more vitamin D because I get no natural light in
He
here.
doesn't have the light on either. It's just
Awesome.
his light's just coming from his irradiated skin. Uh, but Ernest, so I can go turn on
Yeah.
my light. So we can go play our games, get into more nerdy things. Where can the people find us?
So if you'd like to stay up to date with the show, you can find us out here on all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And
Uh,
if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at lifeisstorytelling at gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback, and we fucking
I
love it.
realize now, like, is he wearing a hat? Is he not? You don't know. Like, there's just
No, this is my hair.
not you,
No,
dummy.
I know you're talking about
I was
you.
like, not
I'm
you,
just kidding.
dummy. But we will be back next week with more power sources and lights. Next Wednesday, we are capping off our Way of the Samurai series with a review of Samurai Champloo. Be on the lookout for that. And then we are also going to be next week. The plan instead of topic of the week, the topic of that week is the plan is it's going to be reviewing Silent Hill F. Not necessarily a samurai thing, but obviously very much based in Japan as we lead ourselves literally the next day into Ghost of Yotei. But yeah, that is the
Yeah.
plan right now. Ernest, thank you for bearing with me and for checking on like, do you know your light's off? If I didn't know my light was off, there's a medical thing if I can't tell at this time.
That's why I have to check
It's
for
fair.
your health, but
No, it's fair.
yeah,
It's fair. But thank you all for
I got
tuning
you.
in, hanging out, and dealing with this lunacy. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend.